Hello my viewers, welcome back to the channel. By the video title, you know what this video is about. Steelers OTAs, day number 9. Tomorrow is the last day of OTAs. I believe so, day number 10, yeah. And then they start getting to the little mini camps, and then they get to the training camps, and then we get to the season eventually as well, which I'm very excited and pumped for like that. But today we really got really two major topics really. Of course, the X Factor weapons I've been talking about the past few videos, the guys who are sleepy and sneaky, you know, the guys like Darnell Washington, guys like Mark Robinson, Calvin Austin, who have a chance to have a breakout year this year too as well. I think Darnell Washington, of course, he's the backup tight end, but I think in the red zone, he's going to make some noise. But Mark Robinson got first team reps today. We seen him make some crazy plays last week, getting an interception in one of the training things as well. I think jumping up and getting it, and just being very active, sideline to sideline, showing his speed, showing his explosiveness. We've seen him last year getting the backfield a few times when he was in the game, occasionally like that. He never finished a play because, you know, he slipped and fell. Sometimes he got a little too over aggressive, but now we see this year what a year does of experience. Like we see him like more poised and more patient, and I think Mark Robinson is going to be heavily used in the rotation and might end up being the starter someday as well. He's a guy that Steelers love. He can get downhill. He's very explosive. He can get sideline to sideline, and he make the right reads. And the way he's looking, like he hitting the holes right, he's going to be doing some great things for the Steelers defense. And the next thing, of course, is Calvin Austin. He's been balling this whole entire time. Calvin Austin been going out there and playing absolute amazing football. He's been absolutely like unstoppable. It seemed like it. Like in training camp, Calvin Austin has been out there just making play after play after play, and his explosiveness, his quickness, his route running ability, it might translate. It's gonna translate to the field well and stuff, especially when you got guys like GP, Jesse Johnson out there too, giving little counters and stuff like that. I know George Pickens and Calvin Austin in the same, you know, bracket because they both drafted the same year, but Calvin Austin missed the last year. But being surrounded by Allen Robinson too, who's a veteran, is going to be nice too. So our receiving core is kind of sneaky good, really. GP, Allen Robinson, Jesse Johnson, Calvin Austin, all these guys are going to be used. And you know, the Steelers kind of team is it's never one guy. We've seen it throughout the season. You know, sometimes it might be Jesse, sometimes it might be GP, and sometimes it might have been Muth. Like different games, always somebody different. That's why the Steelers are a good team of mine, because they don't really care who gets it. Alone, somebody get it, and we win like that. So it's going to be great to see with all these weapons and how it translate and merge with the offense this year. Another thing, too, was Keanu Neal, another guy who's kind of be an X factor a little bit. We signed him to play probably safety, but Devontae KZ can play safety. But Keanu Neal was taking reps as a linebacker and a safety. Today we see him out there playing in both spots. And that's actually good. That's good. It's always good to have versatility. And, you know, in the NFL, it's always good to be able to do more than one thing, because sometimes you might not be good at that one thing, but you say, hey, put him in that spot, he might shine. Taysom Hill's a prime example of that. Quarterback is his own forte, what he's known for. He came in the league as a quarterback, but they use him as running back, they use him as a tight end, they use him as a kick returner, punt returner, different things, and they've been working out well for him to extend his career. And we see guys like, remember Charles Woodson, Hall of Fame Charles Woodson, Super Bowl champion. Remember he was the cornerback, and then he switched to safety and stuff like that. I always think that transition and that ability to like be versatile and like be able to like spread your career out longer and stuff. But Keanu Neal being able to play two different positions, and you can put him on different packages on the field, have him blitz in like that, bring a different type of speed from linebacker position, blitzing in and being able to cover as well. If they want to mix it up and mash it up like that, that's going to be very cool to see. And when having a guy like Minkah Fitzpatrick in your secondary, and having Patrick Peterson in your secondary, and JPJ turns out to be the player who we think he is, which I think he's going to be, of course, in the secondary, it makes it easier for your team to go out there and get back to that Blitzburg. You know, sometimes the previous years, the Steelers haven't really had the cornerbacks to go out there and be like, you know, we're gonna try to send our pressure in like we always do, try to blitz some things in and try to mess up some defenses because you're scared on the back end what might happen. But now with these guys in the secondary and the versatility of these players we added on in free agency, thanks to Mr. Khan and Mike Tomlin, Coach Tomlin going out there and doing a great job in free agency. Now you have guys. And you can trust like that. You're like, okay, if I did blitz in, I know these guys right here gonna hold off on the back end, and it's gonna work out well too in our favor. So it's gonna be great to see how the Steelers match this defense up. Terrell Austin did a pretty good job his first year as the defensive coordinator for the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Steelers I think they had 19 interceptions. They led the league in takeaways. Was it 19 interceptions? or I think it was a mix. I think it was 19 takeaways. I don't think it was in all interceptions, but they led the league in takeaways, and they went out there and just played amazing. No, was it? I think it was interceptions actually. I'm trying to remember, when did we have a strip sack? I mean, a strip sack or a fumble. I know we had a lot of interceptions. I know TJ Watt had 2. I know Khalil Witherspoon had 1 that first week. I know Levi Wallace had 2 or 3. Devontae KZ had 1. Minka Fitzpatrick had 5, right? I think it might have been we led the league in interceptions. I think that was the thing. But we led the league in something. It was something good. But they went out there and played amazing. And this year, with the more pieces added to the puzzle, it's going to be nice to see how the Steelers shape out in 2023. The next topic was Canada. Matt Canada changing things. Matt Canada, they said, they had an interview with Allen Robinson. They said the Steelers are running a lot of more play action. They said he kind of switched the play style up a little bit. And that's actually good, too, to see Matt Canada changing things, because we've been seeing the same thing over and over. This is kind of his prove-it year, really, because I give a coach 3 years. You give a coach 3 years to get settled in like that, and the third year, either you're gonna be who you're gonna be, or you just gonna have to go like that. So I think Matt Canada is gonna be hopefully better this year like that, and can get us on track like he kind of was a little bit in the second half of the last season, but it still wasn't the best, but it was better than what we've seen in previous times. But I think him implementing a lot of play action, and we get able to set up the run, and the offensive line being better, being able to run the ball, it's going to be great, because we can see some running back screens, because Najee Harris and Jaylen Warren, quickness and speed is amazing, but Najee Harris' explosiveness and his ability to do what he can do when he get the ball in his hand is amazing. So when you have the offensive line that actually can block, actually can sustain blocks and get up the field to the next level, run those screen passes and run those RPOs and doing different things like that, it's gonna be better. And then being able to drop back and be we can become that power run vertical threat team that we once was, when we had an offensive line that was capable of holding up. More of the days when we had the killer bees here, when Ben Roethlisberger, Antonio Brown, and Le'Veon Bell. And then the offensive line had 2 or 3 Pro Bowls on it. So they was able to hold up. So we ran the ball, kept pounding the football. We set up with play action, let Big Ben work his magic down the field, take deep shots to Martavis Bryant, to Antonio Brown, of course, and all different type of guys, and just finding them. So getting back to the old style Steeler football, using the run to set up your offense, especially, that's very good too for a young quarterback to have that as well. So if we can implement that and get that going, it's going to be crazy. Get to that power run, vertical threat scheme, using our power run game to set up our play action. It can help us. And I think Darnell Washington is going to be a beast, because his ability to be he legit very good blocker. If you see him block, he's legit very good blocker. He's not the best route runner out there. I think he's 280 pounds, so you don't expect him to be no shifty Travis Kelce but he's a legit blocker. He can go out there and create some force and create some pressure and move the sticks a little bit too as well like that, and get a lot of push and force. If you watch him in Georgia, and then you watch him in training camp, you're like, dang, that's a big dude, and he's able to do that. And his ability to catch the football, it's gonna create some mismatches too. He's gonna have some mismatches on him. And I think in the red zone, he's gonna be eating well like that. I think he's gonna have a lot of shine in the red zone. He can stay healthy. He's gonna be a big part of his offense. But that's really all I got today for this video. I hope you guys like this video. The offense is looking very, very good. We're going to see a new, improved Steelers offense next year. We already know the defense is going to show up. The defense always shows up. One thing about the Steelers you can count on is the defense. The defense will always be there. Even when the secondary, a couple years ago when we had Mike Mitchell and Antoine Blake and all these different guys in secondary before, the defense still was pretty good, because the pass rush is always going to be there and make the back end look good. And now with the good back end we have now, the secondary with Patrick Peterson, JPJ, of course, Minka Fitzpatrick, and then having a great front seven we've been having, the defense going to look good. It's the question, the only concern I have is the offense like that, how the offense is going to emerge. Of course, on paper, we look very nice, but paper is different from playing on the field, actually. So we're going to see how it translates to the field. Hopefully, Canada and everybody's on the same page and stuff. But I think this is the year they get it right like that and have that big jump. All I ask for is 26 points a night, 26 plus a game, points a game like that. Can we do that? Right, 3 or 4 touchdowns a game. Can we do that? Like that, if we can do that with our defense, we're gonna win almost every game like that, because our defense can go out there and shut teams down. But that's all I got for the video today, guys. Second time. I'll see you guys next time on the channel. Peace out.